Hi there, this is Spencer from BMP Conversions. This is the third video and final video. As you can see, the convertible hood is now fitted back on. I'm sorry I didn't get any images of the motor being changed itself, but the motor is very simple to change once the roof is removed. What you can do is the motor is in this bottom corner attached to the mechanism at the bottom. It's like hanging in a plastic casing, and the scenario is what actually happens to them motors. There's the plastic casing, for some unknown reason they filled it with foam, and perhaps it was due to noise or volume control that they actually made the casing quieter by filling it with foam. But the problem is the casings that sit inside there are foam filled in a plastic casing. Only needs a little bit of water in there and it's going to be in there forever. You're never ever going to be able to get rid of the water outside the casing. So this is basically what happens to the motors. This is the motor. So this is the original BM motor, I believe. Got a BMW badge on it anyway. There's the part numbers you can just about see. Now the motor is sat in foam, which was obviously saturated for a long enough period of time. That's absolutely seized solid. You cannot move that motor. As you can see, this is the foam that it sits in. So that's the tail end part, and then the actual motor sits in there. I'm surprised, to be quite honest, that the foam doesn't catch fire, because I mean this motor must get some heat to it, or being surrounded like that. But anyway, what I done was, and I never ever put this foam back. That just makes the motor a little bit noisier up and down as it goes up and down. But providing that you would prefer hearing a little bit of noise and not having to spend 250 quid on a motor, as well as whatever labour the garage is going to charge you to do this. I mean, I'm a garage, I would charge this out at about 250 quid, 300 quid labour for doing the job. So, you're into £500–600 to replace this motor. Or you can put up with a noisy motor. So, the new motor comes with the oil, enough oil, easily, more than enough oil to top the system up. If you lose any, that comes with 2 new stainless bolts, which is, I don't think it's necessary, to be quite honest. The actual pump housing that these sit in, so they go through into a pump housing. You don't need, they never seize up in there. You can buy your own bolts anywhere, but it's entirely up to you. You buy the kit, it's got the bolts in it. Make sure that you do top the oil up if it is low. When you look at the actual pump mechanism, you will see that there's the motor, a little hydraulic unit this motor's bolted to, and a clear reservoir at the bottom. I always make sure that the reservoir is full right to the top. And how you fill that up is, when this motor is unbolted and taken off, you just pour some oil down the hole that this shaft come out of. That will work its way down, and then once you've filled it to the top, just bolt this motor straight back onto it. When you put it back together, make sure that the motor and the connections, that's the next most important thing, make sure that the actual spade terminals for this are in good condition, because they do corrode as well, and they do also try to burn out. When these motors jam, the extra resistance can cause damage to the cables. So check your cables and terminals before you put it all back together, because the last thing you want to do is put it back together and the motor still doesn't work because of the cable. So I hope this helps. Obviously the proof's in the pudding. This roof now works, no problem at all. Customer will be happy tomorrow with the sunshine, windows down. There we go. You can hear the motor's slightly more noisy than what it would be, but it's going to last twice as long. So in my books, that's a good job, well done. I hope this helped anyone, and if you like it, please leave a comment. Thank you from BMP Conversions.